Hi everyone, I'm filming today from my home office because we're in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. The global impact of COVID-19 will reach far and beyond the immediate medical concerns of the next few months and is likely to have a huge economic effect felt around the world. With businesses being forced to shut their doors and the financial shockwaves being felt for much longer, the impact is being felt not only by business owners but by the staff who work at these businesses too. Workplace disruptions will leave many hourly wage earners short of the income they need to pay bills and cover basic expenses. It's a sobering statistic that many Americans lack the emergency fund to cover a financial emergency of only $400. With several weeks without work or pay, hourly workers could exhaust all of their cash reserves in a very short amount of time. Before we get into things here, though, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So here are some steps to take if you find yourself facing financial difficulty in the coming months. The first thing to do, contact your creditors. Do this as soon as you realize that you have a problem and before you've missed a payment. This can include your credit cards, car loans, mortgages. Reach out personally via the phone first to try and make a connection before using a hardship letter template that you might find online, for example. A more personal approach at this critical step can be helpful. Lots of banks and other creditors are initiating programs and responses to the impact of the coronavirus as it evolves. Several creditors have issued statements indicating that they're willing to work with customers that experience financial difficulty. For example, at Citi, eligible credit card holders may make use of always-on assistance programs, which can include credit line increases, collection forbearance options. Citi also has issued a statement that for 30 days, small business customers are eligible to have their monthly service fees waived. Citi's also waiving the fees on early CD withdrawals. For Wells Fargo clients, they also encourage their customers who are experiencing financial hardship to contact customer service for assistance. I'll list the customer service numbers in the comments below. You should also switch to an emergency budget. Take a hard look at your budget to determine where you can free up some funds or cut back. If you don't have a budget or you aren't sure where to start with setting one up, I'll post a link to a great budgeting beginner's guide in the comments too. If you need assistance with creating or evaluating your budget, our trained credit counselors here at Navicore can help with a budget or credit counseling session and get you through this period. Again, the link to that will be in the comments. If you do have an emergency fund, try to use it sparingly. Once you're back at work, be sure to save a small amount each pay cycle in a separate bank account to re-establish or start your emergency fund. Being prepared for the next financial emergency will provide you with peace of mind, whether it's being quarantined, another government furlough, or needing an expensive car repair. So what are some extra tips to get through the COVID-19 period? The money you regularly invest, say in a Roth IRA, should be set aside in a savings account rather than invested until you're able to get back to work. You can use this extra money to pay bills while you're not working. Once you're back on the payroll, then you can invest what's left of that money, if anything, so that you're not tempted to spend it. Use the same strategy if you regularly pay a little extra on your mortgage. Put that on hold for the duration of the quarantine or social distancing as well. Just pay the minimum amount on your mortgage. However, if you can continue to pay your credit card off completely and in full so as not to be hit with large interest charges, you should keep doing that. If you're having trouble managing monthly bills, take the first step by reaching out to a certified credit counselor who can work with you to gain an in-depth understanding of your unique financial situation and develop a personalized plan for moving forward. When it's appropriate, a credit counselor can also work with your creditors so that you can pay off your debt in less than 5 years through a debt management plan. I'll post a link to more information about credit counseling in the comments along with the other links. Focus your financial priorities during the lockdown. The first priority everyone should have is housing. Don't expect your mortgage company to automatically assist you. You should contact them. The second priority would be utilities. With children remote learning and adults working from home, having electric and internet are critical to continuing to have access to school and work. Some utility companies have agreed to keep utilities on regardless of payment. However, the full balance will be due at the conclusion of the stay-at-home orders. Many utility companies are requesting that you contact them and pay what you can so that you don't face a tremendous bill and shut-off order after a few months. These are the payment priorities I would suggest utilising your stimulus fund check for if you're experiencing a hardship as a result of the pandemic. If you've not been affected and are still able to work and pay is still coming in, I suggest saving that check. We have no idea how long the lockdown will last, and none of us can predict what our future employment status or potential medical needs will be. While it's not a lot of money, it may serve you well if your situation changes. I hope you're healthy and well, and these tips on financially surviving the lockdown are helpful. Now, go and wash your hands.